Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Mr Speaker.
I call Dr Cam Calder.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It is a pleasure to rise and take a brief call on this bill. In April 2000, the Labor government abolished knighthoods and damehoods. In 2006, the same Labor government, looking through a similarly selective misanthropic lens at any honours that smacked of vestiges of the British Crown, abolished the rank of Queen's Counsel. Mr Speaker, I am proud of those links. The Queen is our head of state, and I applaud the maintenance of recognition of our ties. The submissions made by the New Zealand Law Society and the New Zealand Bar Association on the bill make for interesting reading at that time. The Law Society submission commented that though the nature of the submissions in 2006 was relatively neutral, the submissions of the New Zealand Bar Association were strongly opposed to the 2006 change, and it seemed apparent to the Law Society that these changes were in large part policy-based and not in response to any pressing call for change from the public or any professional body. The Law Society makes the comment in appointing a Queen's Counsel that the objective must be the appointment of only the best people, distinguished by their outstanding all-round qualities of excellence, integrity, judgment and leadership. Mr Speaker, this is the intention. The Bar Association's current submission strongly supports the intent of this bill because it restores the historical status of the rank of Queen's Counsel in New Zealand. Mr Speaker, we listen carefully to the legal profession, and this legislation is also in response to their concerns that the title of Senior Counsel doesn't adequately reflect the nature and status of that rank. I mean, let's face it, the title of Queen's Counsel is instantly recognisable throughout the greater part of the English-speaking world as providing certainty of a high standard of legal advice. This move will also protect the essential independence of the inner bar, as we've heard before. The looser rules of eligibility of senior counsel introduced by the previous government threatened to dilute that independence of our most senior advocates. The bill restores the ranks of Queen's Counsel and restricts the eligibility of that rank to barristers, all as we have heard. This is an important step. Now, I want to take up Mr Chevelle's point briefly, and he may be interested to know that my understanding is that in Australia, quite recently, the Government of Queensland, no less, have indicated they are looking very closely at dispensing with senior counsel and bringing back the Queen's Counsel, the Queen's Counsel thing. That's just a small aside, and of course has not influenced us in the least. Point of information for you. I commend the bill to the House.
I call Dennis O'Rourke.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.